I forgot about it.
Check. 1, 2. Check 1, 2. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are getting ready to get this shit jumping and popping right in your motherfucking mouth like we do every week, or supposed to be. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you are now tuned in to Volcano Underground Radio, the livest underground radio show that you will ever find broadcasting on the internets.
Yes, sir.
Making sure that we are 100% set and that we are 100% go.
I know this right here.
And that you all are seeing us the way you need to be seeing us.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I know that was her.
We are live right now.
Yep. Right. Exactly.
And we are also doing some background.
She has a super strong chin
There we go.
and a huge nose, but she is stacked. Sophie knows better.
Sophie knows better. Pull that shit up. Goodness. We'll go ahead and we'll change what the entertainment value and everything of it is. Ladies and gentlemen, how y'all feeling? We are back live once again. Sorry we have not been here for a mild second, but we are back the way we need to. You know, life happens. Shit happens. Shit goes down, and everything is really coming into full circle right about now. For the fellas here, this is the way we can actually see each other. And for those in attendance, we are also on the chat lines. Make sure you go down to the bottom and hit the subscribe, and make sure you hit the like button. We can chat with you, talk with you, speak with you, and keep you informed about more shows as they come up. I am your boy Volcano, sitting here in the studio with your boy John.
Hey, what up, though?
Also sitting here with Skiz. Yo. And we also would like to welcome to the show for the first time ever. You give it up to your boy Digital Kingpin.
Howdy.
Rashad is in the building. You got a mic and everything set up for you too. So whenever you want to jump in and have some stuff you want to say, feel free to do such. Now, it's been a second. It's been a minute. There's been a lot of stuff that has actually happened and transpired and taken on and have went down. Preseason football is jumping off. And, yeah, I want to say that some of these guys are looking good. Some of these people are not watching whatsoever. Dudes are still taking a knee. Andrew Luck is being talked about a lot because he's not, you know, some saying he's sloppy, some saying he might be all right, but he's coming back. He didn't play all last season, am I correct?
He hasn't played much for the last 2 years.
Right. So he's just jumping back into the league and getting his thing back on, and nobody knows exactly what to, you know, say about it and do about it. But it's not up to them. It's all up to him. And we'll see exactly how it transpires. The Lions, you was asking if the Lions won or...
Did they? Did they? I don't know if they won.
I didn't watch.
I ain't either.
I didn't see,
I mean, they
you
still
know.
the Lions, so, I mean...
Yeah, I mean, the Lions always tend to win in the preseason, but tend to...
I haven't watched any football. So
That's
I don't
not
know.
what I asked you.
I don't know. I don't know what they. I don't know what they're gonna do.
What you say they're going to do this year? You don't know?
I don't know. I just
Yeah, usually Skids try to say they're going to be 10-6.
You got tired of giving me money every year.
I won last year.
No, you didn't.
I did.
What did you win?
The 20
How?
because I won.
How?
How did y'all win? What was the bet last year? Because y'all
but
weren't
I
watching
won.
You
football.
didn't win.
Or the season before that, I won.
You didn't win that season either.
I did.
No, you didn't.
But is my mic on?
Yes.
Yeah.
You would know if you had
Unfortunately.
headphones.
We wish your mic wasn't on.
I won though. The last time we bet, I won. I didn't watch football last season, so I don't know what they looking like. But the last time we bet, I won though.
You bet that the Lions were going 10-6. That's normally your typical bet.
And that's what I won.
The Lions are not
I
going
said
10-6
9-7 or
last
something
year.
like that. It don't
Make
anyway,
your line together.
I don't know.
Anyway,
You ain't
I
never
won.
said 10-6. I mean, you ain't never said anything
I
about
won.
10-6.
I won.
I won.
I won.
Lions
bro.
didn't play yesterday.
Did they?
No, they did not.
Oh.
I haven't seen them.
I know they won. I know I won the last
I have
time we
not
bet.
seen any of the preseason games as of yet, so I really could not tell you exactly what was going down with the preseason. But I'm looking forward to a nice season. Are y'all watching? Is the protest still going on?
Yeah.
Is that fizzled out?
I watched last year.
I didn't watch last year.
Yeah, I didn't watch.
Oh wait, no,
last year.
Lions did play yesterday. They lost to the Raiders,
Oh,
16-10.
Okay.
okay.
It's not bad.
What? They lost? What you mean?
It's preseason. Nobody care about preseason.
16-10.
16-10 is like one touchdown, and then they win the game.
Did they get that one touchdown to win the game?
No, I'm saying if they had more time.
You know you sound like right now?
If they
Like
were
a LeBron fan.
If they would have
Like
had
he almost won. That's what you sound like.
I know. If they would have had more time, yeah, they would have got it.
That's what LeBron fans say.
All the time.
A couple more games, LeBron would have had it.
Oh no. Where is this at?
No, but they didn't take a. There was a couple changes. This whole Matt Patricia shit has gone away, at least from what I've seen. I didn't hear any backlash or anything about this supposed rape case or whatever the fuck. The whole Me Too tried to attack him and shit as soon as he got into the league.
And they tried to get him back.
I think that's what it is. And a lot of times that's what it real.
Dog.
It ain't that, but it is.
Speaking of that, White came up. What's my man that directed Guardians of the Galaxy?
James Gunn.
That he just got fired from the movie.
Didn't we talk about this shit?
But look,
No.
we did. But
We did.
But yesterday, I got breaking news, nigga. Can I get my Mort Krim Bill Bonds on real quick?
They about to reinstate him.
They were going to reinstate him, but somebody went on his website and found that years ago he went to a pedophile to catch a predator themed birthday party.
What?
I saw the pictures. He's dressed up as a priest with standing around two girls that are dressed up as children. And he says this is a to catch a predator themed party.
What?
So he went as the
He went as
a priest.
And he's taking a
Thanos.
picture with these two chicks. They're adult women, but they're dressed up like little girls. And he says that he's at a to catch a predator themed party.
Yeah, you gotta. Yeah.
Last time I heard, they said Marvel reportedly trying to convince Disney to bring him back because Batista said if they didn't use his script, he was gonna leave. And then somebody here was like, well, and then in breaking news, Disney says, welcome The Rock as Drax.
What's that?
Guardians director James Gunn at pedophile theme party. Wow.
When? Let me see that. When is it?
This article came out.
Cause the shit I'm looking at is
it's certain shit you gotta
Came
just
out
say.
2 hours ago.
It's certain shit you gotta say. Yeah, I ain't doing that.
August 11th. So that was today.
Yeah, today is the 11th.
That's right. Today is the 11th. Good thing we're not pre-recording. That's why we went live. Again, shouts out to the folks that's out there watching this shit
It says,
right now.
I went to a lot of theme parties to catch a predator.
But why do you pull? I
But
mean,
here's the thing.
You about to make excuses for him. You about to shoot him some bail.
No,
Go ahead.
listen, this is a picture.
We don't know the whole background behind that.
What background do you need to know?
Like, is that taken out of context or what?
He wrote this shit.
He wrote the shit.
It's on
I
his
went
website.
to a lot of theme parties, and to catch a predator party.
Would you do it to catch a predator party?
I mean,
Is it just a Halloween party? Like, they ain't trying to fuck no kids, is they?
I hope not.
no.
You know what I'm saying?
I want to know that.
So it's cool as long as you don't actually
They
fuck
fuck
kids.
kids.
No, what I'm saying is this.
Can you answer my question?
So it was to hang a nigga party,
Exactly.
They probably had them parties.
They do have those parties.
and he went. But they ain't hang no niggas.
No, I'm saying.
Violence comes across the crowd.
What I'm saying is this.
But there was chicks in
No, what I'm saying is,
with pigtails and
What I'm saying
naps.
is this. We don't know what all that was. I'm just saying, I know some people who party and they do some strange shit.
Like that.
That may be how they had fun. Now, they may have went and just had drinks, partied and kicked it, and they just wanted to call it to catch a predator. That doesn't mean that they actually went there with the implication of...
Nobody accused him of that.
So
that's cool then.
Okay, that's like we have a Halloween party.
My question
And we
is
say,
it cool?
and we have
You
some
won't answer my question.
No, I ain't
You
gonna
West right now.
You don't know the whole context.
Is the context is right there when James Gunn says, "I went to a lot of theme parties to catch a predator."
So he went to a lot of theme parties,
and one of them was to catch a predator.
What was the rest of them?
I don't know.
Was it just dress up and drag? Just like, how do we know?
How do you know what?
How do we even know? Okay, so this. How do we know he just didn't dress up with his homegirls like, yeah, we gonna do some costume parties today, and they happen to go to one, and they said, what's this? It's to catch a predator. He took a picture. He might not even been going to that shit as his agenda may have been on their agenda, and he went. We don't know.
But you still shouldn't be around something like that. Especially if you start seeing like the
But why would you take a picture of it, and why would you put
because
that
he knows innocent and he just took the picture.
So why would you take that picture and why would you put it on your website and say this is a to catch a predator thing?
Because nothing happening. We don't know.
What don't we know?
We don't. What do you know?
We know that he is at a party and he says I am at a to catch a predator thing.
And what else
party.
is going on?
We know that.
And what else is going on?
I don't need nothing else to go on.
What else happened there?
I don't need anything else to happen.
What else happened?
I'm not accusing him of anything.
So what are we talking about?
We're talking about the fact that he's at a theme party.
So we're actually
about the theme. The theme is being a pedophile.
Okay, so it's to catch a predator, right?
Yes.
Okay, so how do we know the whole thing was not to catch somebody who's actually trying to be a predator, and he's trying to catch them?
He's dressed up as a fucking.
You are retarded.
Yes.
You are fucking retarded.
How do we know this?
You are retarded.
Was it in Halloween time?
What?
It's a lot of shit we don't know. It's a lot of shit we don't know. I'm just saying a lot of.
You know what you sound like? You remember when Charlottesville happened? Huh?
1, 2.
You remember when Charlottesville happened and Trump came out and said those are some nice, those are some fine people? That's what you sound like right now.
No, I'm just.
That's exactly what
all I'm saying is this.
This nigga saying nigga is at a theme. He's at a party where the theme is to catch a predator.
All I'm saying is this. We in a time right now where as soon as you post something, it gets taken for the negative. Like I said, it's a lot of stuff we probably say.
Is that positive?
No, I didn't say it was.
I'm asking you. I didn't say you said it was. I asked you a question. Is it positive?
As in what?
Yes or no?
As in what?
Yes or no? I'm gonna do what you do. Yes or no?
Positive as what?
Is this picture positive?
As what?
Is it a positive picture?
Is it Chewbacca, nigga?
Positive as in saying like it's putting the positivity into the world?
What?
Is that what you're asking?
I'm not asking anything, dude.
He's talking about the Schwartz.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, what positivity are you talking about?
Nothing.
So that's what I'm saying. So everything, it's stuff we say on the show that people would be like, oh, they don't like this. And how, you know what I'm saying? How do they know that? Stuff you take it out of context.
How do you take out of context being at a party that is the theme is to catch a predator? What is taken out of context?
How do we know he was even going there?
Because he's there, nigga. What the fuck wrong with you? You just how do we know he was there?
I think in the case, I think we need to have like some forms of identification from. We need to see his ID. We need to see his social security card. His grandma need to be there. Like, yeah, he was here.
Oh, like Chappelle, like his grandma gotta be there, like in the piss on you video.
I need to judge.
No, I'm saying like, okay. So let's say he called them up like, yo, we doing costume parties today. They like, bet. They're like, look, we gonna meet up at your house. We gonna leave. We gonna hit a couple of parties today. He like, where we going? They probably at one party. They're like, what's going on here? To catch a predator.
At that point, you should go home.
He took a picture. It's okay. So you get there, it's nothing but grown folks there.
All right, Skids, here.
If he had went to a party and it was to catch a nigga party, and they was all in blackface, and he took a picture.
But you answer to it. He's not in blackface.
That's why I said
he's dressed up in a costume.
But hypothetically, he's not. He just, if he went to a priest to some shit like that, how do I know he even want to go there?
Because he's fucking there and he took a picture.
It was his idea to go.
If he didn't want to be there, why would he take the picture? Why would he take the picture if he didn't want to be there?
Because he get there, it's all adults there. What does that mean?
This is like
Answer my question. Answer my question.
What?
If he didn't want to be there, why would he take a picture?
He didn't drive. They drove.
What they got to do with taking a picture? If you want my homeboy, I swear to God, I punch you in your face. Because you get on my nerves.
He get there. And there's nothing but grown folks there. There's no kids.
What they got to do with him taking a picture and wanting to be there?
How do we know he wanted to be there?
Because he took a fucking picture.
And the picture means he wanted to be there?
You goddamn right. If I go somewhere I don't want to be, you know what I do?
Leave.
I leave.
But he not driving. He gonna walk home?
Oh my God. Oh my God. You are stupid.
So okay, say you and your homegirls go somewhere, right? And they like, we gonna pick you up and take you somewhere, right? Okay. You riding with them, and they just pop up like, yo, we gonna be here for a minute. And they're like, hey, they see some of y'all other old school friends, like, yo, let's take a picture. That don't mean you want to be there.
I'm not taking a picture.
No, don't put me in this picture.
And if I did take a picture, I wouldn't take that picture and put it up on my website.
Exactly.
So let's say you put it up, but they put it up.
He put it up.
I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about they say this.
No, but it's referring to this specific case. He took the picture.
He put it up
on his website.
Yeah, he did that.
And what else do we know about the party?
Why would he do that if he didn't want to be there?
Because ain't nothing up. Shit, we had fun
at the pedophile themed party.
But how do we know it was a kid there?
What the fuck? It's a thing.
This is like when the colleges, some of the white colleges was doing blackface parties.
Okay, here's my thing. Here's my thing. So let's say this To Catch a Predator theme party.
Smart.
No, listen.
I just want to say
let's say this To Catch a Predator theme party. They got somebody dressed up as Chris Hansen. They got somebody dressed up as, and they doing the role play shit, right? And that's the theme of it. Ain't no kids there. So what's the big issue?
The big issue is that you are having a party where the theme is pedophilia.
And where's the kids?
There are no kids there.
So how do you have a pedophilia themed party with no kids there?
Because what is To Catch a fucking Predator about?
It's a Chris Hansen and somebody making a
show To Catch a Predator about.
Can you have a dinosaur themed party with no dinosaurs?
Yes.
So what's
you got Jurassic Park with no dinosaurs?
You got a pedophile themed party with no kids.
Right.
Dumbass. No, be quiet. God, you get on my nerves sometimes.
Goodness, man. God, what the fuck is wrong with you, dude?
I'm just saying.
What are you saying?
We don't know.
What you're saying?
We don't see the picture.
I broke my back. Spinal. God, that's what the fuck this is, man.
All I'm saying is we have a picture and that's it.
He's not getting back on that movie now.
So would you not go see Guardians if they reinstate him after that?
I don't know.
I mean, it should be a clear cut yes or no.
Oh, now you want to do yes or no? I've been trying to yes or no you this whole fucking.
You want to say yes or no too?
I asked you specific questions repeatedly.
Wow, he did that.
You had loaded questions. You can't answer yes or no if something loaded.
You asked me ain't loaded?
Yeah, if you feel that way and you going to say yes or no.
That's a loaded question.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, if he was at the blackface party,
that's a loaded question.
Would you say I'm not going to see Guardians of the Galaxy?
That's another loaded question.
You're just saying that to say it now.
Yes.
See, that's what I'm saying.
You.
That's not the same.
I'm you.
That's not the same.
I'm being you now.
So I'm saying, would you?
That's a loaded question too.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's funny to me too, nigga.
To me too.
It ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun.
No, I'm saying,
you know how we feel.
I'm just saying, it makes sense though.
What makes sense?
If it was a blackface theme party he went to, would you be like, I'm not going to see Guardians?
What makes sense?
What are you asking?
Exactly.
In reference to what?
In the reference to the fact that you just fucking said it makes sense. I'm asking you, what makes sense?
Me asking a yes or no question.
You didn't ask a yes or no question. You asked a loaded question.
I said, are you going to see Guardians if you get reinstated? That's yes
a
or
loaded
no
question.
Are you going to see it? Well, you don't go to the movie. Would you go see it?
Yeah, I still go see it.
See, that's a yes. He gave me yes or no.
I mean,
it's clearly good.
All the R. Kelly stuff, you know, he pee on little people.
See, that's yes or no.
He peed on bitches?
He peed on little.
I'm not even.
He peed on little girls.
He peed on children.
We don't know that.
That girl was 15. We know that.
We know that happened. That happened. He peed on a child.
All I know is I saw a movie that had somebody that looked like R. Kelly. His brother looked like him too. It straight up looked like him. And all I know, it was some little person that was getting the gold.
Didn't he eat her ass in that movie too?
I don't think he did.
Hey, I've always said this though. R. Kelly was wrong. Put that out there. But I've always said this too. She didn't do nothing until she got that money. So somewhere along the line, she knew the goal was to get paid.
That's like the other women with the Bill Cosby stuff.
Same shit.
I mean, y'all waited all the way until.
So wait.
The reason for the Bill Cosby shit is they can't say Bill Cosby raped me back in the day because they're gonna look at them and say, why he pick you? You know what I'm saying? Bill can have anybody. Yeah. Same thing with Usher. When the chick came out, it was like, Usher gave me herpes. First thing we said is, why her?
Right.
Usher got millions of women. Why did he pick you? You know what I'm saying?
No, you went from Chili to old girl to you.
Yeah, so back in the day, you can't go and say, Bill Cosby raped me because they be like, you fucking lying. Because Bill Cosby have anybody.
And there's a lot of women out here who have been raped that have never said anything.
True. But because they just scared.
Because of being afraid, because of shame, because they think people are not going to believe them. There's a whole lot of reasons why women don't.
But like I've said too, I think Bill just took him back to the crib, and they wasn't trying to get down fast enough, and he like, yo, we've been here about 2 hours.
All right,
I'm about to speed this process up.
I can see that happen.
You know what I'm saying?
No, ain't no Jello pudding pops at that point.
You know, yeah, right. So, okay, so like we talking about before, you know the whole reason why Mel Gibson had his whole breakdown?
He's gonna get in the hot tub.
Right, so you gotta think about it. So you gotta think about it. If you Bill Cosby, you done put your game in at the bar, the club, wherever. You think it's showtime when you get back to the crib.
How does one speed up the process? When you say he sped up the process, what do you mean?
The pill.
The roofie.
So that's rape though.
That's what I've been saying that.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been saying that. I've always thought Bill got back to the crib. They waiting about an hour. She still want to sit and talk. She want to make a night of it. We gonna watch TV, chill, get to know each other. And Bill looking like, nah, bitch, like, you should know what it was when we got here. I've been putting my game in wherever we was at. It's showtime now. And so that's what I think happened. I could be completely wrong though.
Man, we don't know. All we do know is that, he did that. Beretta did that shit.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what you gonna do now?
I don't believe all 50 women.
I don't believe all 50 women. No.
Nah.
No, I don't believe all of them.
Can we not? Why not? I mean, what Chamberlain did? How many women?
Yeah, but none of them were raped. Yeah, out of all the people,
let's say it like this.
Will Chamberlain fucked like 1,000 bitches in 1 year.
But at the same time, he was the first one to do a tell-all. And when we look at these girls, it's like, of course, they want to all say that it was rape because it's all financial gain to them. So how you know
who's made money off this?
Well, I'm just saying, either financial gain or 5-minute fame. Either way, it still comes to you at the end. Because why would you damage your credibility in front of the limelight if you ain't getting none in the end?
At what point do we believe a woman when she says she's been raped? Yeah.
But that's a loaded question too, because we should always believe it at the same time. Because if you're coming to me saying that you've been raped, I mean, I kind of have to listen to your side of it, regardless to if I'm a judge or pass sentence on a person whoever raped you. I have to listen to what's going on.
Right.
If I'm a police officer or a lawyer or a judge or anything.
Well, I'm just talking about a regular person.
A regular person still.
Because it seems like when women
in confidence about a situation that happened, and now I'm supposed to just do what? Like, oh, okay, well that was your fault because you got raped. No, I gotta listen to you. I gotta understand both sides.
That's like the questions when people ask, "What did you have on?" Exactly. How that shouldn't matter.
And that's another reason why
it shouldn't matter.
It shouldn't matter.
It shouldn't matter.
Because if you're walking around and something,
it should.
Yeah, because if you're walking around and something, I mean, I'm not saying that. Let me not try to double standard myself here, but you should be conscious of the fact that if I can see your entire body,
that I'm going to approach you.
Clothes. I'm gonna look at you and I'm gonna either approach you in a negative way or a positive way, but I'm gonna approach you because of what you have on.
Is that right?
No, that's cool though. Like if you walk around half naked, that's cool for me to approach you and say what I'm gonna say. But that don't be if she get raped. Okay, for instance, if I'm a cop and a chick come in and be like, I got raped, and she got damn near nothing on, and I'm like, this is how you dressed. Like just cause she dressed a certain way doesn't mean that you opened yourself up for rape. That's just like I've always had the argument when chicks go on Facebook or something, be like, all these dudes in my inbox being disrespectful. And this dudes be like, well, you shouldn't advertise yourself. First off, she can be how she want to be. I know a bunch of females who are just comfortable with their body, and they don't mind being on Facebook half naked. But that don't mean that's opening up the whole world to inboxes and dick pics to hey, I want to fuck. You know what I'm saying?
Kinda, I mean,
it doesn't.
The sad thing is,
it doesn't.
The sad thing is, with all the different forms of media there is, it kind of does.
How?
Like,
okay, so
if you walking down the street and it's Halloween, okay, or not even Halloween, you want to dress up as a cop today, and you walking down the street and somebody runs up and say, officer, I need help. That's a reach. Shouldn't you expect that to come from?
That's a reach.
I'm just saying, if you dress like a hoe, if you dress like a hoe just out here on the street, like in Miami, they're dressed in bikinis and bands, so you can expect some guy to try to approach in that because you're in that.
Okay, here's the difference. Approaching and sending dick pics.
Rape is a completely
rape is a
right. So what I'm saying is this.
So I'm not making out. And being disrespectful. You can approach a woman and not be disrespectful, regardless of what
you don't have to. If you see a chick, for instance, if you see a chick, strip club. Matter of fact, they in there naked. Some of them half naked, whatever. They in there doing their thing, right? A guy can approach her and be like, hey, you know, I think you cute, whatever, this and this, blah, 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 trying to get at you. Or he can walk up to her like, yo, I'm trying to fuck you.
Right.
Just because she naked and she comfortable at this place of business,
and because
does not mean that opens the door for you to say, come insult me.
Well, okay. True. It does.
You know what I'm saying?
It doesn't.
Or if she's on Facebook and all she wears is bikini tops and bikini shorts, that doesn't mean flood my inbox with dick pics.
But you're talking to. Okay, you have something that you put out to the masses of the world to interpret.
To say what?
All right. You put that out as, hey, this is free discussion. Me with no shirt on.
Means what?
Okay. That anybody is going to interpret it however they feel.
Hold right there. Let's say,
they're going to respond.
Okay, so let's say this. Say you got
any way that they want to.
Okay, so let's say for instance, you got like a little sister, right? And she on Facebook with bikini tops and short shorts, and she be like, yo, dude just hit my inbox with dick pic after dick pic after dick pic.
Why the fuck are you on there with that shit on the first place?
She can't be comfortable with herself?
She can be comfortable with herself all she wants to, but do know that when you throw yourself into a public environment in a way that exposes shit, you are open.
Let me say
you may not want it. You may not want to accept it. You may not have asked for it. We know that they right.
But where does that say, send me a dick pic?
It doesn't matter.
Wait,
it's not right.
This is where you.
I'm not saying that is right.
This is where you're wrong. There are women who don't put any risque pictures on social media and get disrespected and get dick pics.
Okay.
So the disrespect and the dick pics don't have shit to do with what they wearing. It's just so happened that a lot of men out here act like animals. That's not on the woman. That's on the man.
And that's not what I'm saying.
But my point, but this goes back to the clothing. You can't, a woman, now,
when you put on the clothing, you open up, you widen the ratio of how many dick pics you're going to get.
That's not true.
I think so.
If you're a good looking woman, wait. If you're a good looking woman and you stacked, you thick, and I'm talking about thick to where it don't matter what you wearing.
Your titties just gone, we see your titties regardless.
You're going to get dick pics at a wide rate, even if you're not naked. You know what I'm saying? That's it because of how your body is built. You know what I'm saying? And so, just like I shouldn't have to wear a certain type of clothing around white people so they won't think I'm a thug. A woman should not have to have her clothing dictated because of how a man may approach her. So just like you can't say. Like when Trayvon got killed and Geraldo went on TV and said he shouldn't have had a hoodie on.
True.
The hoodie ain't had shit to do with him getting killed.
No.
So does that mean we can't wear hoodies no more because the motherfucker might kill us?
No.
It's the same thing. So you can't tell a woman what to wear because men don't know how to act.
Now, I'm not saying, okay, let me say that you should be free. Like, you should, and I use that word strongly, you should be free to do whatever the fuck it is you want to without any malice or any form of like aggressive behavior coming back to you at all. You should. But what happens is when you throw yourself into that arena, it's almost as if to say you gotta respect the thief. If you leave your car there with the doors wide open, somebody might hop in.
That's different.
It's not the. It is, but it's not, because
that's completely different.
When you put something in a public and open environment, it is open for public and open interpretation. So that means if I'm walking down the street and I'm a fucking creep ass motherfucker, and I see you in a position to where I can be a creep, then I'm gonna be a creep.
You should cater your life based on how other people will interpret about you, other people's interpretations of you.
If I'm out there flaunting it like that,
yes.
Who flaunting? Who's flaunting?
I'm just saying.
That's your. But see, saying that a woman is flaunting again, that's from your mind.
She might just be really. She might
from my mind if everybody can see it at the same time.
Okay, I got.
Everybody can see your ankles. Are you flaunting your ankles?
Yeah, I'm flaunting my ankles.
No, you're not. You put some shorts on because it's summertime.
Right. You're not flaunting your ankles is exposed and it's open for anybody with jokes about it to come and hit it like exactly.
Like there's a friend of mine. She's very comfortable with herself, and she don't mind wearing shit that's risky. But that don't mean that she opening the door for anybody to come and say, "Hey, bitch, I'm trying to fuck you."
That doesn't mean she open to it, but I'm pretty sure she should be prepared for it.
Exactly.
Okay, for example, my man came to you the other day. You had to. I ain't gonna use
how
that.
about instead of being prepared for it, how about we just have men not act like fucking animals?
Because it's not gonna happen. That's like saying people are not gonna stop liking niggas. Or not gonna stop, you know.
So because men
are not going to Japanese.
So wait.
People getting their clothes clean and their nails done.
So I mean, so what you're saying is we can't get people to change.
Correct.
Okay, so with that being the case, everybody should get people to change. So everybody should acquiesce how they live according. So when I get around white people, I should act a certain way so they won't look at me a certain way. Do you believe that?
I believe that adapting to whatever environment you are in to allow it to be no false misinterpretation or any kind of
that's that bullshit.
That's that safe Kano shit.
Call it whatever you want.
That's that safe Kano.
But that is not evolution.
It's that same shit as far as
that is not evolution.
Bruce Lee said the shit. I know how to dodge bullets because I know how to avoid being shot. Exactly. It's the same.
That's not the same.
It's the same shit.
You put your shoes on and jumped off the moon.
No, that's not.
He got his karate sandals on.
I can quote. You really reached on that one.
But I get it. The fact that you think that way, that basically explains
the only way Harambe got a hold of the kid is because the kid fell into his fucking pool.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
The parents wasn't watching him. That's how he fell.
Exactly what I said.
Yeah, you went completely off the moon again, nigga.
Because it's not like silverback. It's not like silverback gorillas is jumping out of their cages and shit and grabbing people. It's not until you get into that arena to where it's allowed or possible for it to happen.
So it's Harambe's fault that the little kid fell into the pit?
No, it's not.
So whose fault is that?
It's on them. It's on the parents. It's on the kid.
You know what I said?
Right. That's fine.
You're welcome.
What I'm saying is, Harambe would not have done that had the child not been.
What did Harambe do?
Right. He grabbed him and dragged him by the leg like he does all the rest of his kids.
Right. So that's
which is typical
protection.
Right. Exactly.
So they shot Harambe for doing what?
They shot Harambe for being
a nigga.
For being a. They shot Harambe for.
So what are we talking about?
So Peabody's building. They shot Harambe for being himself.
Harambe was
with somebody that was not able to handle him being himself.
So let me ask you a question. Do you change who you are based on who you're around?
Yes.
Because that's basically what you just said.
Yeah.
And you do too?
I do.
That's crazy.
I do.
That's crazy.
Now I say this.
No,
I say this. When I go to work, I'm still silly me, but I adapt.
Yes, that's really what
some
it is.
Of the bullshit that they say.
It's an adaptation.
Huh? You have to adapt to your environment, or you die.
No, I say this.
You get to live. Adapt until you die. You're not gonna live forever. You're gonna die anyway.
Of course.
So how is there?
I'm not eternal, so I'm not. Of course, I'm gonna die.
So what do you mean? Or you die? You're gonna die.
I say this. I go to spots. I go to spots and I make the situation adapt to me. But that's meaning is this. I'm going to be me and be sitting there. Everybody tell you I say some off the wall shit and do some shit. That's just who I am. But at the same time, if I go to work, I joke with them in a way that it's going to be like, okay, cool. I adapt to the situation to myself, and then I make that feed off of me.
See, but at
the same time, I'm not completely different.
Every environment that you enter,
all that cold.
No. Every environment that you enter.
Code switches is when you turn your black off when you're around white people.
It's
not. I ain't say that.
It's not even just about that.
I don't be ultra white or nothing like that.
Well, what is it then? It sounds like a whole lot of variations going on.
It's two things I want to say. One, any environment that you go to, you and it has to adapt to each other. So it has to adapt to you. You have to adapt to it. If you go to a club, you go to a bowling alley, you go to anything where this one typical thing is going on, and you want no parts of what's going on, then that becomes a thing to where you, or at least a allusion to, you don't want to be there. So therefore you're uncomfortable. So now everything else that's there doing the typical shit has to also adapt to you looking and seeming as if you're uncomfortable in that space. Okay? So acting or jumping in on or being a part of whatever is going on right there is you adapting to that, and everything is a calm environment. That's really what happens when you get around certain types of folks. And it's not that you have to turn everything about you off. It's just that you adapted to the people that you're around and allow yourself to merge and fit in with the rest of it without any complications. Second part is, I will go to, and this is the reason why I'm saying this, because I've bounced at and worked at and hung at, situations and locations where I'm a minority, and I'm like a vast minority because there's probably only me and one or two other people there, and you tend to see the one guy that does not know how to turn the black off, so he over blacks it. He like super niggas it. And then when he turns that shit on, and you being the person that's fitting into it, like, dude, do you really have to go that far? Like, telling about where you from and all. I mean, because none of that matters. It doesn't.
But they're both wrong. The one that goes white is wrong, and the one that goes super black is wrong, because neither one of y'all, neither one of you fit right in the middle. Yourself.
Exactly.
Being yourself everywhere you go is one thing. Changing yourself to fit into a different environment is a completely separate thing.
No,
there's a reason why certain white people are comfortable being racist around you. You know what that is? Because you're a people pleaser, and when you get around people, you change yourself to a certain degree to make sure that you are palatable. I don't know if it's because you're an artist, and so as a musician, you want to make sure that everybody can like your shit, and that kind of just comes into your being. But because you're a people pleaser, you want everybody around you to be happy. When you get around every group, you try to make it so that you are palatable to the group that you're in. And that is why that's why you have certain white people in your life that are very comfortable being racist around you.
Granted,
I get that, because it's like you're pretty much like talking a Jesus effect, to where I should be who I am regardless to who I'm around. But as history has shown us, that if you do that, like I said with everything else, you're going to get killed.
You'll die quicker than everybody else. I'm fine with that.
And that's cool if you're fine with that. But for the rest of us that either want to accomplish something or do something, not saying that it's negative or that you won't if you don't, or if you don't. But it's just harder to get accepted if you don't kind of.
Well, I don't want to be accepted.
What's wrong with?
I don't want to be accepted.
But okay, so you'll fall into that category of you don't want to be here.
No.
No. Want to be where?
whatever environment that you're in.
No, I'm gonna be myself and whatever. I'm not gonna change.
That's cool.
But that ain't got that and saying I don't want to be there. No, that's not true at all.
I say this
that's like when I go somewhere, you either gonna fuck with me or you not. Yeah. Like I'm still gonna be here though.
Like example of it. Me and you remember this situation. Me and you, we went out. And it was, one that was there with her sister and all the rest of the stuff. And even though we all sat at the table, you, instead of, pointing in the direction of everybody else and speaking or talking or interacting with the conversation, turned your chair around and watched the game.
I wasn't interested in the girl. So should I lie and fake like I'm interested in her?
But it did. Okay, no, you shouldn't. You shouldn't have
the problem.
But it put you into a situation to where it was noticeable that you don't want to be here.
No, I wanted to be there and watch the game.
Okay, well, you don't want to be at this table.
I wanted to be at the table and watch the game.
So how does that translate to the people that
I don't care how it translates to them.
Exactly.
And that's the difference between you and me.
That's what makes it an aggressive type of...
No, it doesn't make it. That's someone else interpreting that I'm aggressive. But just because I'm not going to fake to this broad, to either one of them broads, like I want to talk to them. No, I'm interested in being in Fridays and watching the basketball game. Y'all don't interest me. That doesn't mean I don't want to be in Fridays. That doesn't mean I don't want to be at the table. It just means I don't want to talk to y'all.
Well, in the sociable environment.
No. See, that's
social environment. So that goes back to what I was saying.
I was at a sports bar.
Okay, so that
when you go to a sports bar, you watch sports.
But you're at a sports bar at a table with people that's trying to interact with you.
Do he know them?
They wasn't trying to interact with me. Did she say something to me and I never responded? No. And that was my first time.
U-turn was like,
and
so how you doing?
See, that's a difference. We talk about this before. If I go to work and I say hi, and I look you square in your eye, and you don't say nothing, we gonna be walking ghosts. I'm not speaking to you no more. You have said you go to work and make people talk to you. There's people at work. When they leave at 5 and 5:30, it could be 15 people walking by. I say hi to the ones that speak to me, and the rest of them, I get quiet. And when they walk by, hey, have a good one. If you don't talk to me, I'm not talking to you. We can pass each other. It's a guy who works there. I know he don't like me, or I assume. And so I give him the same energy. We walk past each other down the hallway. I keep it moving. We see him coming back, I keep it moving. Right. Anybody else, hey, how you doing?
I'll be those people.
I'll be like, hey, cool, but you said you coming to work. Hey. I'm not doing all that. Well, if I reached out to you and said hi, and I know you heard me, and you continue to walk, then I didn't put you in the book as dead. I don't have to talk to you no more.
Again, it goes back to, and I was just talking about this last night. Again, it goes back to the environment that you're in. And
this is at work.
Even at work, you sit in I'm just judging off of what you said. You sit at a desk within a cubicle to yourself.
It's people around me here.
It's people around you. Yeah. Those are probably like people that you mainly interact with. That's about it.
No.
Okay.
I put like this. I sit at my desk and I do my thing.
Yeah. Exactly.
And people be like, yo, like I fuck with everybody at work. But there's some people who I don't fuck with at all.
What I'm saying,
and I don't have a problem with that.
There's a difference between your work environment is one thing because you have a goal that you have to set personally, like whatever calls you got to make. I don't know exactly how your job function is. Mine specifically is I have to, on a day-to-day basis, interact with, a customer or this, that, or other, a program manager or however it goes. You got to interact with each person because I'm doing something to deliver to you, for you to deliver to them, So we have to build this relationship amongst ourselves. And it becomes a team effort.
That's where you're wrong. See, here's my thing though. Work is work. Okay, I don't have to be friendly with you, but if I need to work with you,
no.
There are some people.
I'm saying what the situation is. My job function is I have to communicate with you directly. I do. Because of my job function. I have to be friends with them. No, I have to communicate with you.
But there's a difference.
Did you have to be friends with them?
If I want to make sure that this communication goes over smoothly, I'm going to make this a smooth conversation.
That's still not what I asked.
Here's the thing. He's asking you.
I got to turn on that provide customer service.
No, you don't.
With each person that I'm speaking.
That's still not what I asked.
There's people.
I asked you, do you have to be friends?
I have to be friends with.
There's people at work.
Be polite.
There's people at work.
Nobody goes to work to be rude.
Yeah, nobody. There's people at work.
Polite goes without saying.
There's people at work who I just don't fuck with at all.
Okay.
But if I need to ask a question, at the end of the day, we gotta get paid. So I don't give a fuck if we've never talked before. Hey, we gotta get this done. After that, we done.
But how often is that for you?
It happens a couple times, and they know when I send them a message or I approach their desk. This is business related.
Everybody works with people they don't like
because I'm not.
You got a job to do, so you make it happen.
You got a job to do, but that don't mean when they come in, I'm be like, "Hey, what's up, dog? What's up, man? You watched the game last night?" I'm gonna walk in and be like, "Oh, there you go.
I know.
Sit down. I'm good."
I know that I have to be here for 8 hours out of my day. Every day. What does that mean? 5 days a week.
What does that mean?
I'm not going to sit here for 8 hours and be miserable.
Who said that? Misery.
Okay. Listen, I'm not going to sit here for 8 hours and not be like upbeat, up tempo.
Who said anything about that?
Because
check this out.
You're kind of doing that when you like, yeah, man, fuck you, and keep on walking or whatever. I don't have to.
That's the Volcano shit. I could go to work right now. I'm gonna go to work today, and if these motherfuckers don't talk to me at all, I'm gonna sit there and do me and be like, can't wait to go. And when I dip, I'm out. I'm not gonna sit there like none of these motherfuckers is talking to me. I don't fuck y'all. I'm miserable.
I don't care. No, I don't care that nobody's talking to me. What I'm saying is, I walk into work and I keep a positive attitude.
Nobody said you didn't.
So you can't have a positive attitude and not fuck with the nigga that don't fuck with you at work?
Yeah, I can. Right.
So what are you talking about?
What are you saying?
What I'm saying is, if you no, come on, beside that.
You brought story. You talking about niggas? Because we not talking to the nigga we hate at work. Nobody said that. I can be happy at work, even if I hate somebody, the chick that I hate.
Even if I can't stand somebody at work, they know I can't stand them.
Right.
So I'm going to tell them straight up to their face.
Can you help me understand where being miserable comes in?
It's okay, maybe miserable, poor choice of words. I'm just not going to be in a position to where I don't have a positive attitude.
Where did that come in?
Where does that come in?
That comes in to whether I'm walking past a person, to whether I'm,
if you working with,
so you're not talking to everybody, you miserable.
If you're not talking to someone at work and you walk past them because y'all don't have
you're not being positive
relationship, you can't be positive and walk past that person.
I can be positive and walk past that person, but I'm still going to say what up and at least acknowledge them because that's just typical polite, sociable behavior.
Saying what up to somebody you don't like is being polite. That's being fake.
Yes, I'm not saying.
Okay, how do I don't? Okay, if I've never really spoke to this person, if I don't really talk to this person, why don't I like him?
No, I didn't say that. I didn't say you didn't like him. You mixing it up. I'm saying this. If I walk in today, let's say the three of y'all here. I walk in like, what's up, y'all? And Rashad, only one that say something. I'm good on y'all. And I come in the next morning, hey, what's up? And then y'all don't talk again. It's done. I'm gonna come in the next day, the third day. What's up, Rashad? How you doing? You cool? You watched the game last night? Okay, cool. Sit down at my desk. Y'all not even here.
See,
y'all can get them walk past my desk the whole 8-hour shift.
See,
and I'm gonna get up like, hey, Rashad, what you got on? What you doing later? You know what I'm saying? You watching the game? Or go hang out? Get something to drink? Cool. And that's how my day gonna go. The next day, I'm gonna come in. If you walk past me and you don't say shit, yo, what's popping? You know what I'm saying? How was your night? Y'all don't exist to me, but I'm still gonna be me, regardless of what.
Right.
Y'all don't gotta interact with me now. Yeah. If something comes up and I be like, I gotta go fuck with you. Hey, look, I got this account, this and this. Yo, what's your input on it? Cool. I'm not gonna bypass you because I don't like him. Hell, I'm not gonna risk myself getting rolled up because me and you don't talk. The job still gotta get done. But I just ain't gonna shoot you to hey, what up and not. Fuck that.
I think what it is and where it stems from is where each of you might be in this environment and not go. I don't even want to say out of your way, but not even take the step to speak to a person in passing. You may do that the first time, and then don't get a response, and therefore you don't have to do it anymore. That may be the situation. There are some who just won't speak whatsoever at all, regardless if it's the first time seeing you, second time seeing you, whatever. Me personally, if a person is in my presence and I'm walking past you, on the side of you, or whatever, I walk past, what's up, man, and keep it moving. That's it. It doesn't have to turn into.
But that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the fact that majority of the time, everybody who works a job, who punches a clock, there's at least one person in the job that you don't fuck with for whatever reason.
Okay.
There's at least one guy in there be like, I don't fuck with him.
Okay.
So what I'm saying is, it does not make me miserable because I don't head nod the one guy in the office that don't fuck with me and I don't fuck with him. It doesn't mean that my day is going horribly. It doesn't mean that I'm being negative. It doesn't mean any of that. It just means me and him don't fuck with each other. So why would I head nod somebody I don't fuck with? That's what I'm saying. All the other scenarios I can't really speak on, but all I know is if I don't fuck with you, I don't fuck with you. Now, like I said, we at work, so if I gotta talk to you and we have to communicate, then we gonna make that happen because we here to get a check, and that's what we here to do. So I'm not gonna bypass you because I dislike you to get the job done. We still gonna get this work done. But other than that, other than communicating for work purposes, I don't have anything to say to you. And that doesn't mean that I'm being negative or miserable or having a bad day. It just means we don't fuck with you. So why would I be fake and say hi to you when you don't like me and I don't like you? That's what I'm saying.
True. I feel you on that one.
Okay, I get that.
I feel you on that part of it, and that's not what I'm like I said, there are folks that I probably don't fuck with, but I still in some way, shape, or form, or put it like this, folks that I don't like, but I still may end up in situations where I have to fuck with you.
That's a job.
That's a job. We got that.
We're not talking about that.
Even still knowing that I don't fuck with you.
No, I don't care.
Even still knowing that I don't fuck with you, or I don't like you, I'm still going to keep a rapport with you.
Why?
You have to. A rapport is communicating for. If the rapport is communicating for work, I said that already. You have to do that because that's what you're getting paid.
But if you're just keeping the lines of communication open just because we here for 8 hours, no.
But I think that's the difference between friends and associates. I mean, a big difference. Like you're arguing the case of how do I act around somebody who either throws me shade or doesn't even recognize the fact I'm there. My dad used to go to work at General Motors, he used to bring this evil lady. I mean, to me she was evil, but he just would bring her newspapers every single day to kind of squash whatever thing or any kind of problem she would bring to him. He did that every day for years. I mean years. And he never had a problem with this woman. I go to work, she always mouthing off at me or saying something to somebody else. Sometimes you have to get in the front of the situation before the situation gets in front of you.
Correct.
So that way, if I am an associate of yours, and I'm saying hi, I'm not saying what up though to be fake to you. I'm saying what up though to recognize you, that you are a human being. We work together. We spend 90% of our time together, and that you matter. Now, whether you mess with me or not is irrelevant. I mean, I get it that it may seem fake or it may seem anything else.
I'm just not gonna speak to him.
But sometimes you have to be the bigger person in a situation.
Yeah, I do, and I just don't talk. That's wasted energy.
I don't.
Like for instance, there's a lady.
We waste energy every single day.
But here's the thing. So there's a lady.
The bigger person.
There's a lady.
Wait. Makes you a bigger person.
But who is the one that has? I mean, you really got to boil it down to who is the one that has the issue? Is it them or you?
Exactly.
There is no issue. If we don't
not gonna talk to you,
if we're not talking,
you feel like y'all don't fuck with each other.
Right.
And obviously this person doesn't either.
Because they don't speak.
Because they're not speaking either.
Could they be feeding off of the fact that they feel that you don't fuck with them?
That's possible.
Right. So
why does that matter? If it doesn't affect the work, why does it matter?
Because
okay, like this. If it was bothering them so much, why come they didn't say, hey, how come they don't be, hey, how you doing?
I mean, I know you've been out of school and shit for a minute, man, but this why come shit.
Yeah,
but my thing is, if it doesn't affect the work or the work environment, why does it matter?
And how come they don't go away and say,
no.
Answer for this.
In some way, shape, or form, it can make things awkward. It's just the awkward moments and everything.
But how?
Because there is some form of tension right here that doesn't need to be there. It's probably there for some of the most minuscule reason.
But if it doesn't, again, I have a specific question. If it does not affect the work, if me and this other person not speaking to each other has zero effect on the job getting done, why does it matter?
Yeah, why does it matter?
It matters because of the entire energy and everything of if you're supposed to keep a positive and upbeat attitude.
See, there you go. Nobody's saying that you don't have a positive attitude. You can still be positive. I just don't talk to the person.
How can it be positive when you have something like you just don't want to fuck with?
Okay, tell me this.
You're physically trying to ignore.
No, okay, ask me this.
Or you're physically staying out of the way of this.
The same way you asking. Hold on. The same way you asking, how can it be positive if you avoiding this? How can it be negative if we don't talk?
Simple, because it's not fitting into the entire environment that y'all in.
And what? Everybody else is happy with me.
Right.
So what's the problem?
Except for this one. And it's noticeable.
So?
How is it noticeable if it's not affecting the work?
Are you there to get paid, or are you there to make friends?
I'm there to get paid and enjoy myself.
And you can't enjoy yourself without talking to this person?
Obviously not. That's the end of that. You need that. I don't. Right. And it doesn't. And also, let me be clear. This ain't the. I don't. Maybe you can help me understand this bigger person thing. What does that mean?
It revolves back to the question of who's the one that has the problem, you or me.
Why do you
if there is tension, because I have to be around you for 8 hours of the day.
So it really bothers you that you and somebody don't talk for 8 hours?
They can't go by smoother and better with a better attitude between two people.
So you got if I'm good with how the day's going.
That's you. Okay, that's going back to who has the issue, you or them.
Okay, so let's say
issue. I'm good.
So let's say you got 14 people at work, and you only communicate with 13. Is it really gonna bother you for 8 hours that you and the 14th person don't contact each other?
It's not.
And it has nothing to do with work.
It's not.
It has nothing to do with work.
Put it like this: it's not going to bother me.
So what's the problem?
I'm going to recognize and know that there's something there, but I'm going to get to the bottom of what's there.
Of what? Like, what is it to talk about? What?
Whatever this situation is,
why does that bother you though?
To have this form of
there's some people at work who I don't talk to at all.
Okay, so
and I go to work and I have fun.
Okay, I know. Put it like this. I know I gotta talk to you.
It does not bother me.
I know I have to talk to you. Why? I know I have to work with you. I still want to be able to work with you with the same way and the same aura that I have with these other 13 people. So if we got an issue, we're going to solve this issue and we're going to get past it and we can continue to move on.
Why do you got to do that?
Because it's in a social environment and there's no need for any form of things to
first off, that's the problem. Work is work.
Work is also a social environment.
I make work what it's going to be, and that's what it is. Isn't it? Work is not.
Help yourself, man. Are you good? No, I'm messing
Work is not. I'm about to go hang out. You know what I'm saying? That's not what that is. You know what I'm saying?
No. Work is I gotta be here for 8 hours, and I'm going to make the most out of what's happening.
But that doesn't mean I gotta talk to y'all.
Yeah, it does.
Why?
Because in some way, shape, or form, I gotta interact with you, and if I gotta be nasty every time I interact with you because I don't like you, see, okay, let's not take the word. Let's take the words off. Let's take the words off. If I have to be a different way towards you than I am towards 13 other people because of whatever it is in between.
You gotta be different. You just don't talk to them.
It is different. You don't talk to them, but you talk to everybody else. That's different.
She's not talking to him.
I talk to the same people the same way when it comes to work.
There is a manager that, listen.
You don't have any form of sidebar talk with people. All 13 people or all 14 people.
Sidebar talk has what to do with work.
Okay, not sidebar talk. You don't have any form of like non-work related, conversations or
all day
with everybody that you work with.
That's why I said work related.
But if I have to talk to somebody who I don't have non-working conversation with, if I have to talk to this person because they're the one that I have to talk to get this job done, I'm going to do that because I can't go and say, oh, well, I didn't do this because, yo, my man's, I don't fuck with him, so the project got fucked up. No, I'm not going to get fired. I'm going to come to you and be like, yo, I need your help. We got to get this done, and we're going to get it done. We grown folks. So with that being said, it could be 364 days. We don't talk. This one day, yo, I got to holler at you to get this done. We're going to get it done, and then we're going to start this whole cycle of not talking all over again. But in the midst of that, yeah, but the next day, so, I'm going to be me. I'm going to have fun.
Now you only want to speak to me when you need something from me.
It's a job.
Oh my God.
It's a job. And what the fuck you talking about? It's work.
What's am I supposed to talk to you?
It's work. Yeah, exactly.
What are we here for?
But it's also a social environment.
It's not the club.
You are in
That's crazy.
You are in concert, and you are in an environment surrounded by other people.
I'll give you a prime example. I mean, are you all? I got a prime example for you. One of my homeboys get married, right? Got a prime example. One of my homeboys get married.
Do you get paid to be social?
He do.
I get paid for my performance.
Do you? Oh, Jesus Christ! You sound like him now. Do you get paid?
And see, the problem is, I fuck with y'all like that. To fuck with y'all, you being real. You being for real.
When I'm doing it, yeah, I get paid for that.
No, I'm talking about him though. Do you get paid to be social? Is that in your job description?
No, it's not.
Okay.
No. I will say though, customer service is in my job description.
That's to the customers.
Being a positive and upstanding person is in the job description.
Customer service.
I mean, did you really just say a positive, upstanding person?
Yes.
Are you police? Throw up on this microphone.
Go for it.
Customer service is to the customers, right, not to your coworkers.
But each one of the people that I have to deal with in some way, shape, or form. If I'm doing the job for you, you're my customer also.
No.
If you got a customer comes to a program, to a salesperson, to a program manager,
if you talking to somebody within your office they're a co-worker. That's all. They're not a customer. They are a co-worker.
And what's wrong with me keeping a positive attitude with each person?
Who said I didn't have a positive attitude?
Okay, what's wrong with me having a conversation with a person that I know there's friction with just to get rid of the friction?
Why?
Nobody's saying it's wrong. Nobody's saying it's wrong. We just want to know why.
Because it's friction, and I don't want friction.
Why?
Because do you think you can eliminate all friction?
If I have to, and if I can try, yes, I will.
You sound like a superhero now. I gotta get rid of friction, Lord. Right?
No,
you sound like Captain America.
In my environment, yes.
I'm like this. There's about 80 people on my floor any given day. Okay. Right? There's about 20 of them.
Physically have to communicate with
nobody. Physically has to.
You might not even know. I don't know everybody at my job.
So what are we talking about?
What we're talking about is the idea that you walk past a person, you're in a same circle with a person, and you do not
say hi. Oh my God! Is that friction?
You're not even.
Wait, do you believe that walking past someone?
No. I said when I first said this, and I say this all the time. I will walk in and say hi to you, and if me and you lock eye to eye,
and what this is,
and I know you me say
what
hi,
this is transpiring, you not liking a person.
Then if you walk past somebody and don't speak to them, is that friction?
Yes.
Wow.
Especially if you acknowledge, if you guys kind of locked eyes with each other, then it's kind of like.
But if I walk past you, I didn't look at you at all. So is that friction?
Yes.
How?
What? I'm based on what?
People like this, like I had a situation.
Based on what? Oh no. I want him to climb out this box.
Okay. How's that friction? Out of the box. It's friction because of the fact that you do not acknowledge the person's presence in front of you, just like they're not acknowledging yours.
So what's the friction?
The non-acknowledgement of the person being there.
But how do you have friction when there's no conversation?
Because
the no conversation is the friction. That lets it be known.
Okay, so let's say this.
And the motherfucker look at you, but you ain't look at them. It was like, I can understand if y'all had conversation.
Me and somebody walking down the hallway.
Yes.
I walk past, they walk past. And I go to them and say, hey, dog, I got a question. What's the friction between us? They're going to look at me like I'm crazy.
You don't have to ask that question.
No, they're going to look at me and say, what the fuck are you talking about?
You can break down.
I'll be like, yo, earlier today we walked down the hallway and I didn't speak and you didn't speak. Obviously there's a problem. What's the problem? They're going to look at me and say, what problem?
Who says you had to say that? Just walk past and be like, "What up?"
But what is the
problem? That's what I'm asking. You saying it's a problem?
It's actually an
so what's the problem?
Because when I was coming out of the gas station one day, this older cat walked up to me. Again, I wasn't acknowledging his presence. He acknowledged mine. We were looking at two different things, but he actually said hi to me, and I said hi back. And he was like, "Brother, that's what they try to take away from us." And I had to sit back and I had to look at it like.
That's
taken away.
That's some more
because we're actually not saying hi to each other. We're not communicating.
So if white folks don't say hi, are they trying to take that away from you?
Well, not in the same argument or the same case, but just people in general.
Let me ask you a question. When y'all out in the public and somebody think that you're somebody else and they do this, do you wave back?
Yeah.
I don't. I actually look at them.
You wave. What up?
People,
who the fuck are you?
People come to me and be like, "Hey, I waved at you from a distance," and I tell them I don't know who you were. I don't just wave at somebody. I was in Pontiac. We stand outside.
I might look around for.
I was in Pontiac. I was in Pontiac at my job. We stand outside, and it was a couple co-workers, and this guy who was walking down the street was like, "Hey." I was in my phone. The chick said, "Hey." He was like, "Oh, this nigga can't speak," and I looked like, "Who the fuck is he talking to?" I don't speak to everybody. Like, is that a problem? Because I don't.
Okay, you weren't paying attention. You were in your phone. You didn't know that this person was speaking to you directly.
I probably did. I didn't care because I don't know who you are.
Okay, so now you not caring has turned into a person trying to elevate the situation and get your attention.
That's my fault.
It's not necessarily his fault. It's both of their faults.
How is it my fault?
Partly his fault.
Because if a person openly acknowledges you and you just like, "Oh, fuck you, whatever, I'm in my phone, I ain't got time for you."
I didn't say I just don't know you.
Or is it, I don't know you, why should I speak to you? That's not fuck you.
Okay, what's wrong with not speaking to a person that you don't know? Or
why should
the person acknowledge?
Why should I have to speak to someone that I don't know?
He acknowledged you, correct?
Why should I have to speak to someone that I don't know?
Did he acknowledge you?
Okay, we can just go back and forth and do this. Why should I have to speak to someone that I don't know?
Because the person acknowledged you also.
Okay, so I don't know you. Keep it moving.
So you always
have a wonderful day.
So now, who is it? Who has the issue?
Nobody has an issue.
Or you?
What's my issue?
Nobody.
What's my issue?
The person that threw back a negative response.
What was my no response is negative?
Correct.
How?
No means negative.
No means negative.
No, I didn't say no. I just didn't say.
Where'd you get that from?
Negative means no.
Is it? Oh,
yeah.
I guess I'm the.
So no is negative.
No can be seen as a negative.
So if somebody say, "Hey, Rashad, give me this gun so I can go shoot this motherfucker up the street," and you can say no, that's you being negative?
Yes.
Yeah, because he wants to go shoot the people up. That's not
you being negative for saying no.
That wasn't my effect. The only thing I get, I have a problem with in that is if I actually contribute to that and actually played a part in it. He's actually just asking me for something that I have. I can either say.
So is no negative all the time?
No is a negative answer.
No is a negative answer all the time?
No is negative, just like
all the time.
Women are females.
Wait,
negative all the time?
Is no negative in every instance is no negative?
Correct.
Okay.
By definition, no is negative.
Okay.
Okay, so every instance that you use no, it's negative.
Yes. It's a negative response to somebody that wanted something to positively happen. Yes.
All the time.
Yes.
So if a man comes up to a woman and says, "Give me some pussy right now,"
and her negative reaction is no
to something positive, what's the positive in that?
The positive is what he wanted to receive. To him, is positive.
To him, it's positive.
Correct. And she gave him something negative. She gave him the opposite. Okay? She gave him the opposite.
So is that right?
By definition.
Is that right?
But no, it's not. No, it's not. Now that's when you go into morals and go into what's morally correct.
That makes no.
It does.
Sense.
I keep using the phrase by definition.
When is the wedding?
I don't know.
What time is it?
By definition.
Because if I say no to shit like that, then I'm looking at I'm being negative. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
See how that shit revolves in a circle? This shit, that argument you had.
It's really all.
You don't say no a lot, do you?
I'd say no a lot.
So you're being negative?
Yes.
Okay.
So it's cool to be negative when you want to be.
Correct.
That just wasted our time so much. This You just wasted so much of our time just now. Like, it doesn't make sense. Because I don't want to talk to somebody, I'm being a negative person.
Correct.
So, you walk down there, so let me ask you
the environment which is in, it's a negative thing.
Let me ask you this. So, your neighbors, like, you see people, it be neighbors, and they be like, hey, how you doing? Cool. I be in the grocery store, somebody, and I'm like, hey, how you doing? That's cool. But let's just say, for instance, you see somebody, and you wave at them, and they look you right in your eye, and they don't do, nothing happens. You keep saying that you going to continue to keep waving? Hey.
I mean, because he wants to stick to the definition. Hey. So he's going to wave.
He look at you like a zombie and walking by.
Yeah.
Hey, and then you do. No, hold on.
They give me nothing.
Hold on.
I keep it going.
I'm not done. So let's say for 5 days after work, when you walk in, hey, they don't say nothing.
Okay.
Tuesday, hey.
Right.
Wednesday, and then you sit down with them on the 5th day, like, hey man, I've been speaking to you, and you haven't said anything, and they just sit there and like, okay, and I don't gotta talk to you.
Okay.
Hi,
I'm not going to bring one. I don't have to bring that up. I can continue with the tactic of which I'm doing is saying, hey,
you gonna keep waving to somebody when they're talking to you?
Yep.
Why?
Yep. Because eventually they're gonna crack.
What if they don't?
They will.
I was a bigger person.
What does that mean?
That makes you feel better. That makes him feel better. He's a bigger person and they're small.
I gave him positivity. They gave me negativity. Right.
Yep.
That's reach, but
it's not reach.
It's not. He's right.
That's such a reach. That's such a reach.
It's not a reach, but I mean, hey,
that's such a reach.
But that's why white people feel comfortable saying nigga and all kind of ill shit around you.
And I have to correct them.
My white friends, I ain't gotta correct them. They know not to come on my page with no wild shit.
Hey, but at the same time,
your friends be cutting loose.
At the same time,
they be turning shit up like, yep.
I kind of admire when a person wants to go ahead and let it be known of exactly who they are, which I don't have a problem with.
That's a wonderful spin.
You know the difference is?
You're good at this. You're good.
That's like customer service.
I don't. Yeah. I know. His life is customer service. Like 24/7.
I needed to get to that point.
The difference is my white friends don't have to have a reveal party
because they don't know you like that.
They do. They do. They don't have to
tell him what his friends know about.
They don't have to have a reveal party. Your friends be on Facebook. Your friends be on Facebook, right, and they wait for the right topic to be like,
exactly. And they jump
I'm putting the hood on.
I know exactly where to place you.
No, you don't, because when we call you out on it, you be like, nah, he good. We went to lunch together. You know what I'm saying? He bought me a sandwich.
No, cool. I know what the person. Okay, first off, there's a difference between I can judge a person off of their reaction because 9 times out of 10 I've already been down that road with them. So if I can go back and say, oh, they good or this is where they at, then that's where they're at because I didn't already been there.
So they'd have been racist with you before.
In some way, shape, or form, and it was okay. Not in some way, shape, or form. That doesn't mean overtly and outwardly like fuck niggas.
How many niggas do it take for you to be done with a white boy?
One.
Man, that's a loaded question right there.
Is it?
One. And I'm gonna take that one, and I'm gonna have to get them together.
Yeah, what's getting them together?
Exactly, let it be known.
That shit is wrong. You can't say that.
Correct. Like you gotta look at. Me bouncing and working in a white club. You know how many like?
You act like you the only person that's been around.
I'm not saying I'm the only person, but I've literally gotten into straight up fights over the shit. And it gets to the point where like I don't have to keep fighting motherfuckers. Let me get this shit done.
Why asked you to fight?
Nobody asked me to, but my reaction was, I'm gonna beat the fuck out of you, and that's what I did.
Okay.
So if it gets to a particular point to where I don't have to do this shit, and I don't want to do this shit, so I find another route to handle this shit, then that's what I do.
But if you found a route to handle it, it wouldn't be a second racist situation.
With that person.
Right. But you said you've been in a situation with a person where you've been there before.
So this is revisited.
I said, yes, exactly. In some way, shape, or form.
Racism was revisited.
Whether they try to be,
it was a mistake.
I'm not gonna say. I'm not gonna say mistake.
Bullshit song you made.
I'm not gonna say mistake. I'm gonna say to where in some way they showed their true colors. And in some way I can relate. You might feel this way about black people. Hey, I feel this way about white people.
You just went all lives matter.
What?
Wow.
What? No.
Is this live?
No.
Yes.
Dude, listen. As I bet some of them. I'm not gonna say that.
What's wrong with me correcting a situation that's happening right in front of me when I know that we have to continuously
being wrong.
Nobody said that. You got.
But what I'm saying, when you say, "Oh, I kind of relate," you definitely went blue. All lives matter.
Yeah, probably.
That's cool, man.
If I think white people smell like chicken or wet dogs, I mean I can say that.
Okay.
Just like they might say, I think all niggas eat watermelon and fried chicken.
I hate watermelon.
Right. Well, that's you particularly. But Skids wants a grilled watermelon.
Yeah.
That shit trash.
That shit is ass.
Watermelon? Why?
I think the way it looked on the ad, like it might be good.
Right. Exactly.
It might be good though.
But see what it comes down to is like I said, I don't hate people.
Hey,
I don't hate people. I crack on Asians all the time because it's fun. I mean, you know the difference is. But I'll sit down with an Asian person and chop it up with it like, yeah, the difference is good.
They won't say nothing to you about it
on the Asian person to their face.
Yes.
I find that hard to believe.
I work with all walks of. I mean, I'm around everybody.
Yeah, we know you. Dog.
So I don't have a problem with breaking the ice and opening these things up.
No.
Do you work with only niggas?
No.
Because every time you bring up your job, you act as if you're the only person that works in the diverse environment.
You act like you at the UN nation. No.
I'm not. And I'm not trying to act like that. So don't take it.
We
as
all
that.
work in diverse corporations now. Are damn near forced to be diverse.
Correct.
So
Have to be diverse.
we all work for. I'm assuming we all work for $1 billion corporations or $1 million corporations.
He act like he works for the United Nations or something.
So 9 times out of 10, we all work with all walks of life.
Right.
So, like, you don't have to keep stressing the point of I'm around these people.
Well, I'm just saying, like, I bring these same instances directly to them.
So you make racist jokes to Asian people at your job?
I have.
As well as they make racist jokes to you, and that's why you see shit slick on Facebook and think this shit cool.
But at the same, no, that's not why.
No,
that's
don't
not
say
why.
No. That's negative.
That's negative. Don't be
negative.
Being negative.
It's being negative to him.
Nancy.
It's being negative to him.
Don't be
But see,
negative,
I
Nancy.
think negative is being taken out of context also. But
in the
whatever.
dictionary. What do you mean?
Yeah, it is. I said taken out of context.
Right.
In this situation.
I'm stupid. What does context mean?
Context means the way it was actually delivered.
So how were you delivering it?
My
negativity
was
being delivered how?
Was being negative to his response, but at the same time not as making this like a bad situation. Not being bad.
So you can deliver a negative and not be bad.
Correct.
Yes. So I cannot speak to a motherfucker and be negative but not be bad.
Correct.
Ain't that what we've been saying?
I feel so much better.
Yep, exactly. Go ahead, feel good. Feel good about yourself. No, that was negative.
Table discussion.
That was negative.
This is where we say safe Kano come in.
Yep.
This is why this should be happening.
No, your should be on some other shit. Can I say this? And this is completely off the subject. Jada Fire is the worst fucking porn star to listen to.
What?
Listen to her speak. Absolutely.
Yes, absolutely.
Her porns. I used to follow her on Snapchat.
Who listens to her? Really?
I had to mute her.
When she fucks, she sounds like a female mechanic.
Well, I'm not talking about hearing her have sex. I'm saying I used to follow her on Snapchat.
Interviews?
Yeah.
And she's a very annoying.
I don't think I've ever listened to her none of her interviews.
No, I'm not talking about interviews. I said I used to follow her on Snapchat.
Yes.
In her Snapchats, she's very annoying.
Yes.
So I muted her. It was like when
the last time I stopped following her, she started.
I thought that was a complete variable, whatever.
She started like just doing like regular shit, and I guess back like.
And this was living.
Exactly. What do you mean she was doing regular shit?
Like how dare she not eat dick 24/7?
Okay, so like, let's be honest. So this was a good discussion. So let's be honest. So when you follow porn stars, or like when you first started following porn stars on Instagram, whatever, you want their pages to be raunchy, right?
But see, the problem with
I
but wait,
got
you. Yeah, it is.
That's the same thing. You can't do that.
Exactly. I know, and it's wrong. But when you see them start doing shit like going to the movies, hanging out,
So when
so,
you go to the movies?
I'm not saying that she's not.
It's not supposed to be you.
But it's
So
just,
you're being hypocritical.
I am.
As long as you recognize you're being hypocritical.
yeah. So it kind of takes away the. Oh, like there's no.
You can't make sense of it because he admitted he's being a hypocrite.
Yeah, I'm being honest.
Oh, it's like
I'm being
I'm
honest.
just trying to follow the logic. So it's like,
there is none. It's skins. You don't know logic.
I'm just saying it's kind of I kind of get it, but I don't get it.
Okay. Let me flip it. Let's say.
I get it.
Let's say
I
you-
unfollow
let's say-
chicks on Instagram when they get pregnant. I don't want to see that.
Let's.
like you violate.
Like when they anytime like they be like posting pictures of their boyfriends, I don't want to see that.
I mean, I'll be honest. When Serena Williams got pregnant, I stopped following.
Yeah, I started following Serena.
I was like,
Okay, so let's say like you follow like David Blaine. He like, oh, I'm about to follow this magician, and all this motherfucker do is take pictures when he go out to eat, and I'm at the park, and there's no magic. You like,
But he not doing
Like,
magic
yeah,
24
but I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
And that's another thing too. He's not gonna post magic because you gotta pay for that shit.
I'm not saying,
He
but
wants you to pay for
I'm
it.
just saying, but he don't post nothing.
But when you follow
Like-
Kevin Hart be doing funny stuff all freaking day.
Funny stuff,
I
not
can't follow Kevin
scripted.
Hart.
No,
Well, okay. Yeah.
But you kind of feel what I'm saying when you follow somebody.
I understand.
It's kind of
I
hypocritical to say,
understand, but it's wrong.
It is. Like I expect to see this.
Like
And
when
then you
IG
see them
model
just being
posts a
them, and it's
picture
like
of her and her boyfriend. That's
like at the
that's
park
main
or we at the
purpose of
water.
me following you.
Exactly.
Seeing you with your boyfriend. Like that's like going to the strip club and the strippers dancing on her boyfriend the whole night. It's like I'm
Or
not
she
here
come
for
up
that.
with clothes
You're
on.
supposed to give me the fantasy. This is about me. I'm being selfish.
I want to throw balls.
Tonight.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
So yeah,
I get it.
so it's hypocritical.
I get it.
It is, but at the same time, it's like, or when
You know what really gets me
you
mad?
follow
I'm
porn
about to say
stars-
something real fucked
when
up.
you follow porn
It's
stars,
when I follow an Instagram model and she takes a picture of herself reading. Really?
I've always looked at that like that's her trying to do a different spin on her.
Yeah.
Make her look
Don't try to reverse it.
That's like, isn't that like when we watch the Miss America pageants and they gotta do all the little twirling?
Yeah.
Because we don't want to just see them just being beautiful on stage. You gotta know something. You gotta have done something and been somewhere.
That's the myth.
I've done this and been with the kids and like I don't care. This isn't
Right. The myth is that we care about
you
anything
outside
other than your
of,
physical form.
right.
We don't.
We don't.
And you
we
know
don't.
we don't. So don't post a picture of you reading the Bible.
See,
Like keep that, man.
as long as it's the King James out here.
right, exactly.
that.
Like you make another page for
Like
that.
you can't pronounce half the words in this motherfucker. Like let's be real, man.
I see that's a reach too.
It's not.
It's not.
It's kind of you.
Now when they talk and they can't form a complete sentence, we know that your reading
Like, do you ever
down.
like, okay? Do you ever
And I'm being
purposely-
real horrible. What they call it? Toxic. I'm displaying toxic masculinity
So,
right now.
do you
I
ever-
apologize to all the feminists.
Do you ever, or have you ever gone and decided to try to find a video of this person talking just to see how their mental capacity? I mean, it's an Instagram model. You see,
Well, usually if you just hit their IG live and they post videos, you can hit. They'll talk in the video.
But do you purposefully go to those videos just to hear?
Just to hear him talk? No, because it's painful.
I do.
It's painful.
I do.
And then I lose the luster. Like Miracle Watts.
I need that.
Y'all follow Miracle Watts? No, Miracle. I know he do. Miracle to me, Miracle is like top for me. Number one, like IG, social media model, vixen, whatever we call them.
See, the body without a brain means nothing to me.
Oh,
I'm done.
I've known you for almost 20 years.
Yeah, that shit make
You're lying.
Okay, now.
I can't. That's that shit that I be talking about, dude. You're lying.
It doesn't win the title for
You
him.
about to get married. You right, man. You brains over beauty. Yes, yes, Volcano.
Yep.
Yes.
It doesn't
Brains, real brains matter.
It doesn't. Right, exactly. Real brains. Matter.
Yeah. He cares about your intelligence. It's not your booty. It's you. All right, man. Yeah, we can run with that narrative.
I like fine chicks. There ain't nothing wrong with that. But if you can't talk to me, it's kind of like, like I don't care anymore
what
about
you're
you.
trying to do with this beautiful woman.
So she couldn't hold.
Are you trying to discuss
Correct.
world hunger, or
Completely.
are you just trying to have a good
We
evening?
ain't got to talk no more. We ain't got to talk
What'd he
no more.
say?
He said if she can't hold a conversation, he's completely turned off. We know that's a lie. So
That's a fact.
We ain't even got to.
You're a fucking
We
liar.
ain't got to continue.
Bro, do I want to ask what's been going on?
We ain't got to continue.
Ever since I left off Bloom,
Okay, no, we'll put it like this.
How long you been on Bloom?
I was on Bloom. For how long?
Ooh,
I was on Bloom for a while.
What year did you leave Bloom?
1987.
Okay. Yeah, you missed it.
You missed a lot. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's just
I was out here.
I went to the West Side.
So he was like 8 when you left Bloom.
Yeah.
Yeah, you missed a whole lot, brother.
Man, I missed it.
Yeah, because
Going back into the stuff.
I was out here on some other shit for a while. So yeah, okay.
But he a changed man now, wedding people.
At a particular point, it was
Don't even say
your
that.
body.
Let's just end the show.
Yeah,
Like you did last time. You just cut the show off.
See y'all next week.
yeah. This
We was talking.
Thanks
Was it the
for
very
tuning in to
first show we
Sopranos.
did down here?
And John
Yeah.
was like, big
We was in the middle of a conversation. He's like, "All right, the show's over."
No, we were having it was a lot of difficulty. So the mics wasn't working right. They wasn't being able to. They couldn't hear John.
So
It was a lot of technical issues that was happening. So it's like, why keep it going? Fuck it, just turn it off.
He just cut it off though. He's
I was like,
"Okay, show's over."
well, show's over.
Your mic working? Your mic was.
Mine wasn't working.
His wasn't working.
His was working, but mine wasn't.
Right, exactly. Mine was working.
So
For some reason, it wasn't picking up his. And I'm getting a lot of people like, I can't hear him, this, that, and the other, yada, yada, yada.
He didn't like
And it got to a
fade
point-
out or
No.
give her his little can't no final thought.
Yeah, I was
None
just
of that
pissed
shit.
because I was mad.
Yeah, we see how next week. Bye.
do the Maury.
I was mad.
Maury.
I was mad.
You could at least give him the
I didn't give him a final thought.
He didn't give his final thought and nothing. He was just like, "All right, man, show's over." And he
Yeah,
cut
because
it
I
off.
was mad.
You did a whatchamacallit.
He was being negative.
Yeah, I did a cooling gang and just unplugged that shit. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. But I mean,
He was
it's
in his feelings. Kiki,
I mean-
you love me. You writing?
yeah. People need to stop with that shit. that shit need to stop. Well, it's not gonna stop, but it need to stop. I don't know, but the fails
Makes
video.
social media music. He makes music to make memes and dances, and I mean, it's very smart for selling records.
Right, because my thing is, as long as you're making money, you're making money. I'm not agreeing to the whole thing, but
I'm not mad at him at
I'm
all.
not mad at him.
It's smart business.
Yeah, but he didn't
The
even.
music is not good,
he
but
didn't
it's
even-
smart business.
He didn't even intend on the
Well, yeah, because the dude did. The
Yeah.
Shiggy guy did that.
and then
Yeah,
that's
he didn't do it. Somebody else took it.
But I think once, like when he had the with the Meek and with the beef with Meek and people started making memes, ever since then he makes that catchy. He has those one-liners where the people put in their IG captions or their Facebook captions. You know what I'm saying? He makes social media.
Dog,
music.
speaking of Shiggy, did you hear about him? So you know they say he been hot. He been famous for like 15, 20 minutes now, right?
Right.
So Amber Rose was somewhere, and he had sent her a message like, "Yo, I'm at such and such, and you'll come to my hotel room." And what did she do?
She posted it.
She went right to the shade room like, I should go ahead and post this up or give it to the shade room. I mean, 2 days ago he was just posting pictures with his girlfriend on the park bench. Then he replies back with a video, this long 2-3 minute video like, "Yeah, I've been continuously trying to cheat and this and this, and I know she's not going to." And I'm like, my nigga, dog.
Why do you post that I've been trying to cheat?
No, it wasn't like that, but he was just basically apologizing to her. But it's like, dude, like, damn, you jumped out the box quick. Like, niggas just heard this, found out who you are.
Thirst is real.
Well, see,
Dog.
just because you becoming a public guy don't mean that you're a great person. It just happened.
I'm not mad at him for shooting at him.
I'm not mad at him for shooting at him.
Worth a try.
but keep it, keep it trill. Like, you ain't gotta come back and apologize about the shit. Yeah, bitch, I tried to get on. What up?
No, he apologized to his woman.
She ain't famous.
Oh.
You ain't gotta go public with that. You told her that on the side. Shit.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
That's true. I'm with that. But the problem is with Amber going social, you almost gotta go social too.
Yeah, okay, I get that. But she's a social butterfly.
Not to my woman.
Yeah, because your woman saw it on social media. So your woman is embarrassed on social media.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you gotta apologize on social media.
Right.
It's just like if you, I had a situation where, well, it wasn't me, but if somebody tries to embarrass me in public, I'm gonna need you to apologize in public.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Don't apologize to me when we get home if you try to embarrass me out in public. No, apologize in front of everybody that you just tried to embarrass me in front of.
I feel you on that.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
I feel you on that.
Keep that same energy.
But he didn't try to embarrass her.
He didn't try, but
Amber Rose was exposed to shit.
He tried to cheat on her, and it got public.
Okay.
So he got to apologize in public.
I feel you.
If he care about keeping his girl. Now, if he don't care about keeping his girl, then he go home. Hey, my bad.
I feel like if you cheat,
leave.
I feel like if you cheat, you don't care about keeping your girl.
I do too, but a lot of men don't think rationally like that.
Okay, right. Okay, let's not say that. Let's not say that. Let's say,
I agree with you.
let's say that you don't care. Me personally, I can feel like that. Let's say that maybe it's a direct grasp for, maybe there's something that's lacking, and you feel as if there's something that you actually necessarily need, and therefore you go in that direction.
Like a void to fill?
Correct.
Okay.
Because to me, I feel cheating is doing something that I can do with the person. I'm doing something with another person that I can do with the person I'm with. But you don't like riding bikes. This person do. Is that cheating?
Most of the time, men cheat not because it's something that their woman is lacking. They just cheat because it's there. Men don't think that far. Like, men are not. That's like you giving men too much credit when it comes to cheating.
I'm trying to think of what I
Men cheat
was
because
on.
the woman be like, "Here, you want this," and the guy be like, "Yeah."
That's just
Yeah, kind of.
But yeah, I ride with you on that one.
You know what I'm saying?
I think back to the
Women
times
typically
when I
cheat more
have
personal.
done it, and it's like,
Yeah,
They
with men, it's
psychological.
just purely is for the most part.
Yeah.
It's
yeah, it's physical.
like somebody offered it to him and he accepted.
Slip, fell, landed on his dick. Basically.
The Mr. Clean version.
Yeah, exactly.
I think a lot of times, I think, yeah, now he really ready to get it. All right, fuck it, it's over. But
That's all we do on the underground. Like,
but I think when the typical man, when it's offered to him, and he says, "Yeah," I don't even really think he's thinking, "Oh, I could possibly lose my woman from this." He's just in the moment of, "Oh my gosh, she offered me some. I'm gonna take it."
somebody said they cheat because they're feeling trapped.
No.
What? Trap?
Well,
A
yeah,
man-
trapped how?
I don't. But how can see? And here's the thing about that with men being trapped. Like, as I hear a lot of times, women say he got trapped into having a baby, or trapped into this, or trapped into that. But how can you be a man and consider yourself dominant, alpha man, strong? I pick things up and put them down. You know, I'm one, you're two, and get trapped at the same time. Like, it's either or. It's either you're an alpha dominant person that has control on everything, or you're not. But you can't be that typical thing and be like, she trapped me, dog.
Yeah, it's kind of like trapped how?
But lions mess up too, don't they?
No,
Lions mess
because
up.
lions don't give a fuck.
That's true too. that is true.
So they can't mess up.
Yeah.
I'm a lion.
So you're talking about.
And that's the thing.
No.
That's the thing. So it's like either you're a lion or you're not a lion. And dudes act like they lions and then say she trapped me at the same time. No, dog. If you got trapped, then you're not a lion.
True that.
But there's so much that goes on with certain people when they find themselves in that situation to where they have to use certain excuses to validate their.
Exactly. It's an excuse. I agree with that.
And you have some of them who are hunters who, like you just said, just don't give a fuck and they just out here doing whatever, not thinking of whatever their significant other is or those other side chicks or whatever. They just out there being a lion. Just I don't give a fuck.
And that's the thing. I can respect someone for saying, hey, if you let it be known that, hey, I'm a lion and this is what I do as a lion, regardless of who I'm with, and someone chooses to come into your life anyway, that's on them. That's not on the lion. Because I let it be known what it is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But dudes, that's what I'm saying. Dudes try to play that back and forth to say, well, I'm a lion, but don't tell my woman.
Don't tell my woman.
You know what I'm saying? No, then you not a lion. You know what I'm saying? You know, pimps don't have feelings. So you can't be a pimp with feelings.
No.
So if you got feelings, then you a regular guy, and there's nothing wrong with being a regular guy. But be that. Don't act like you this hardcore gorilla pimp when the lights is on you. And they be like, hey, remember what I told you? Hey, don't tell my woman that though.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? They was like, what are you then?
Can't even tell on speak on any of those stories. But yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, so there are some that will set you up when it comes down to ladies. There are some that will set you up.
Unless you like poking holes in the rubber, okay, then yeah, you got caught up. You know,
that's like making a baby or whatever. You know,
but I'm talking about just being trapped. You know what I'm saying? But as far as cheating, you can't be trapped into cheating.
Yeah, I never understood that.
Because all you have to do is be negative and say no. Trap over.
True that.
Be negative.
Unless you, but I mean,
I guess that's the only way to beat.
Put it like this. Put it like this.
I guess that's the only way to beat the game is not to
put it like
exactly.
This. Put it like this.
And don't participate.
Yeah.
That way you'll never lose.
You the perfect, the unbeatable victim.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just like don't wear. I ain't gonna go there.
Because we're gonna start all over again.
Yeah, it's gonna revolve back to the beginning.
No.
Just like don't walk into the office environment wearing a bikini top and then I expect.
Further than that, we're talking about the women just outside wearing whatever.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was going with. Don't come in wearing a fucking bikini and not expect to get somebody to try to approach you like a creep. I mean, it's the same way.
No,
you don't throw yourself into the environment.
It's not the same.
It's kind of the same. It's like
I got a question regarding that. So I got a question regarding that.
I don't know.
So let's just say
it's so not the same.
Let's just say hypothetically, say you have like your niece. Say she's wearing something and somebody approaches her disrespectfully because she's wearing something and their only response into how they approached her was she shouldn't have had it on. Are you gonna be like, well?
First off, I'm a dog check the motherfucker that approached her.
Why?
Then, because the motherfucker approached her in a manner that she didn't want to be approached in.
So why? But according to
what be the end of it right there.
But at the same time, though, I have to educate my niece as to knowing what environment she's in also.
What is she at the beach?
Everybody is in a bikini then. So that's common. That's at a beach. That's the environment for that.
Okay, so let's just say
she's not the only one.
Okay, so let's avoid being disrespected by being common.
No.
So if she has on a church,
then that's not her fault.
Dress.
That's not her fault. You are not in the wrong.
But if she had a bikini on, it is her fault.
You're in an environment where it's allowable.
Is it her fault?
No, it's not her fault. Okay. But she's in an environment where it's an allowable. So she should be enough. She should be mind ready enough to know that.
Okay.
Where she is at.
Okay, per example.
This could possibly happen.
Per example, say she go.
It could happen anywhere.
Say she go
wearing anything.
She still needs to be that.
Say she go to Belle Isle.
The ratio goes up when
she go to Belle Isle with her. So her homegirl go to Belle Isle, and she got on jeans and bikini top, which is perfectly normal at Belle Isle with your homegirls.
Okay,
nothing wrong with that. And somebody approached her in the wrong way.
Right. It's that person's fault for approaching her in the wrong way. But she has increased the ratio of allowing the person to approach her in the wrong way by the attire that she has selected.
So don't increase the ratio.
Correct.
And how do you not increase the ratio?
So dress for everybody else.
Basically, yeah.
Know your social environment and
so dress according to the social environment.
Correct.
Act accordingly.
At Belle Isle.
Correct. At Belle Isle.
How you dress according to Belle Isle?
Who sets the social environment?
That is set by the possibility of you knowing that you're in a public.
Who sets the social environment?
You said that.
I'm asking you a question.
No. I'm saying you, the person, set the environment.
You set the environment.
So how can she set the environment going to Belle Isle?
By one, how she carries herself and how she holds herself up.
He don't know nothing about that. He just seen her.
Okay. You trying to make it as if
you trying to
stuff that is her fault.
Okay, no, I'm saying she pops up.
Based off the words that are coming out of your mouth.
I'm gonna give you a story. She goes to Belle Isle.
Everybody plays a part.
Hold on. She go to Belle Isle. Her and 3 of her homegirls.
Everybody plays a part.
They get to Belle Isle. They get to the strip. She opens the door. She gets out. He sees her and jumps out. He don't know nothing about how she carried herself. None of that. All he seen was physical. And he approached her and be like, "Yo, I'm trying to fuck. What's up?" She brought that on herself by just going to Belle Isle and standing out her car?
No.
So who's wrong?
He's wrong. Like I said, I'm always going to say that the person that approaches in that manner is the one that's wrong.
Why?
But then you qualify it by adding on to it.
It's respecting the thief. Everybody plays a role.
How do you respect the thief?
How does she play a role?
By not placing yourself in a position to where a thief can actually
But a thief is going to break in your car whether it's locked or unlocked.
Okay, so you make it harder for them. What's wrong with that?
And they still break in.
Okay, they still break it on them. Shame on them. It's not shame on you. You did everything you could to make sure it was
You
good.
say everybody plays a part.
Yes.
So if he's going to break in anyway,
what's the difference?
Why not just live your life?
Live your life. Do what you want to do. Right, that's fine. Just be knowledgeable of what you're doing. That's all I'm saying.
Well, she knowledgeable. She just
saying respect the thief. You can't respect the thief if he's going to break in regardless.
Still be knowledgeable. Okay, you can't prevent every last thing, and I'm not saying that. But still.
Well, my only question is, like I've always said, just because she wears something doesn't mean that she invites bullshit.
Kind of does.
Really?
At least it grasps the attention of somebody that might not
grasp the attention, but that don't mean that it invites bullshit.
Do you believe men and women are equal?
No, you know.
I believe they should be.
Do you believe they are?
I don't know because of physical traits, attributes, and mental status. I don't.
I guess the question would be how. So you have to kind of like.
Okay, so okay.
I think they should be placed on the same plane.
Let me
but
be
I
clear.
don't think they are
not when it comes to lifting heavy shit. Okay, not physical.
Right. So.
Obviously, physically, there's differences. Okay, I get that. But I'm just talking about as far as just on a human level, just being a human being.
There you
are
go.
men and women on an equal playing field?
Yes.
Do you believe that? Okay. Then, with that being said, I feel like if men and women are equals, a woman should not have to cater how she dresses. I don't even know if cater is the right word. But she shouldn't have to look in her closet and say, okay, let me respect the thief and wear something that won't get me disrespected. Because it doesn't matter what you wear. Some men are just going to disrespect you anyway. And that's my point. So if there's a possibility of you being disrespected regardless of what you're wearing, simply because there are some human beings out here that are just bad, then what is the point of altering your dress?
Do you think
out of fear of being disrespected?
Do you think that
it's like, would you not wear a hoodie in the suburbs?
9 times out of 10, no, I won't.
Why not?
Because it's not the environment for it.
That's sad.
If it's cold outside,
then I might.
But wait, so the suburbs?
I'm not
a hoodie.
I'm not going to say that I'm locked into.
But you said you really wouldn't wear a hoodie in the suburbs.
I can wear.
I'm saying you're bringing up the kind of sort of like levels. Like if you're going to get disrespected, then might as well enjoy being disrespected.
Right.
No, I'm not saying that's definitely not what I'm saying.
Not enjoying it. Like
I'm not saying.
I'm not saying enjoy your life and do you.
I'm saying do you and don't live your life in fear of being disrespected because of what you're wearing. So.
But if
it's sad to hear you say you wouldn't wear a hoodie in the suburbs. That's crazy to me.
Yeah, because I would.
That is crazy.
And what I was actually getting to is I might not. It depends on your environment.
You said you wouldn't.
Listen. Because that's not. I walk into work in the summertime. In the wintertime, I walk into work with my stocking cap and my fucking skull cap pulled down.
See, I'm not gonna. When
I walk into work today, I'm gonna have my stocking cap on. I get in the door. When I get to my desk, I pull that bitch off.
Why is the suburbs not the environment for a hoodie?
It depends on why I'm there. That's really what it comes down to.
You live there.
Okay, I live there. So if I live there, I'm gonna do me.
How about you going to a store that's only located in the suburbs?
All right, I'm doing me.
How about I don't live in the suburbs? You do. I shouldn't wear a hoodie out here?
I'm not saying that you should not.
I'm
not going to tell any person what to wear.
But you said it's not the environment.
Me personally, I will know where I'm going and I will act accordingly or be accordingly. Just
so what? Okay, let me ask you this: when you say you wouldn't, what does the hoodie imply to them?
It's more of a relaxed dress. So if I don't want to go and be relaxed, if I actually want to, like, dress in a more proper attire, then I'll do that.
Okay, prime example. Say you got to get a script from the doctor, and the only CVS that carries this particular script is in the suburbs, but it's cold outside. Okay. You gonna wear just a regular jacket, or I'm gonna wear this hoodie that's gonna keep me warm?
I'm gonna wear whatever I want to wear in that situation.
But I want to focus on the fact that you said the suburbs is not the environment for a hoodie.
Okay, let's take it off. Let me
explain that?
Let me say that as a poor choice of a narrative, because it's not about just being in the suburbs. If I'm going to a social environment or gathering where I know that a particular environment is going to be this, then I will dress accordingly. It's almost like if this is a black tie event, I'm going to wear a black tie. If this is a more relaxed type of thing, then I'm going to be more relaxed. Just like with us going out today, I'm asking, what's the dress for it? You see what I'm saying? I'm going to do that to know that wherever I'm at, I'm good.
But nobody's wearing a hoodie to a black tie event. So you didn't have to say that. Like, that goes without saying.
Right, exactly.
So I'm talking about the fact that black men are judged and looked at differently for wearing hoodies.
Now, I will say
that we should stop wearing hoodies.
I will say this much. And it's sad that this happens, but how we carry ourselves, we're automatically going to be judged by the color of our skin first and foremost. All right.
Just like women are going to automatically be judged because they're existing.
Exactly. So, knowing this, it's almost as if you have to be like 100% on top of your shit to not. One, you're already going to be placed there, but you don't want to be kept there. So this way, to keep from being kept there, you do things according to the environment that you're in. So it's not that, I'm not going to be myself. It's not that I'm not going to enjoy myself, or I'm not going to, I'm conforming to, wherever I'm at. I'm still being myself. I just know where I'm at.
What do you mean?
And I'm just if you have an idea that this is your first time running into a person of the opposite race, and all you've heard is stories. All you heard is what you've seen on TV and all the rest of this stuff. So you have this prejudged, preconceived notion about what I might be. Okay? You see me, and I'm doing everything I can. Well, I'm not doing everything I can. I am a personification of the stereotype of what you actually have heard and seen. Okay? You had the prejudged notion. Now you see me in person, and now you keep me in that position off of the way that I have carried myself. Okay? The way I have displayed myself. If I display myself in a manner that is, one, either opposite, still true to me, or, you know, along the similar lines, but my actions and everything are, you know, opposite of the stereotype, still true, that does not keep me in the realm of what you might have a preconceived notion of.
So you think you can change their view of you by acting a certain way?
I think I can control their view of me by acting a certain way.
You can't control nobody's view of you.
Yes, I can.
Okay.
By not giving them, what is, you know, whatever notion that they might have.
You can't, but if you can't change somebody else's mind, though. You know that, right?
I can get them to respect me for who I am.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
Not if they don't want to.
If you don't want to, then we have a negative situation, and I don't have to be a part of that.
Right, but their view of you has not changed.
Okay, so
all you did was remove yourself from the situation, but you didn't change their mind. You can't change someone's mind. I feel like you really think you can change somebody's mind.
I can.
That's a lie.
Okay.
That is a flat out lie.
All right.
I know you, and I know there. If you could have changed people's minds, there's a lot of things in your life that would be different. So you didn't. There's people in your life that have. So then you can't change people's minds.
I can. The right mind.
The right mind. I'm done.
So now we're in Inception right now.
Right, exactly.
We're in
like the hypnotist can't
we're in the quantum realm.
A hypnotist can't hypnotize everybody.
Like Doctor Who episode.
But he can't hypnotize people.
We have officially entered the Twilight Zone.
We have officially entered TDG zone. And he ain't even here. He'd be proud of you, though. I'll say that. He would be proud of you.
Alright. I mean,
I got nothing else.
Okay.
Because again, like I always tell TDG, if you're good enough with language, and you are, you can always pick the right words to make it fit what you're trying to say. That don't make it true. So I mean, you're great with words. You are very intelligent. You're very smart, and you're very good with the language. You've mastered the language to make it fit your narrative. That don't make it right. And we've talked about that at the Russell about TDG.
Right.
And we called that bullshit.
Right.
That's what you do.
This is not bullshit, though.
It's complete bullshit.
What's bullshit?
It's complete bullshit.
That I can change a person's mind?
Yes. Okay. That is complete bullshit.
Okay.
But I can't give concrete evidence because I don't want to put your business on the air, and you know that. So that's why you keep running with this narrative, because you know I'm not gonna put your business out on the air like that.
Again, I've been off Bloom for how many years again now?
If I prove that I'm right, then I'm wrong, because then I would have put your business out in the street, and I'm not gonna do that.
All right.
So I have to keep my mouth shut.
Right.
You gotta talk after the show. This is what we're gonna need to do.
Yeah. We out here. Ladies and gentlemen,
yeah, wrap this shit up.
Yeah. So I will say I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Everybody that's came in. Shouts out to Pedro, to Focus, Renisha, just a couple folks that I'm seeing actually here jumping in and actually having some stuff to say with us on the chat lines, and to anybody else that is tuned in to Volcano Underground Radio. Make sure that you hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Feel free to share it. Feel free to tell other people about the fact that we are here and what we do. This is a show to where we sit down, have roundtable discussions. We can talk about anything under the sun and try to get some stuff cleared out. This is just wide open, so feel free to join in with us. We will be back once again. We tried different tactics. We have moved from our original physical, just radio, to now video of what you're actually seeing. And I want to thank, all the tools and everything provided here for actually working properly. And shouts out to your boy Rashad for being here on the show today, who also is, taking some photos and everything as well. Shouts out to you that have tuned in, and to everybody that's watching through Facebook, YouTube, and all the rest of the media formats. Feel free to check out Volcano and the New Radio Standard on therealvolcano.com. And also be sure to come and see us at the Cosmic Slot Festival that will happen at the Tangent Art Gallery on August 25th. And Cody Sagefry will be playing live September 22nd. So got a couple things we're going to be jumping up live here, on live stage, and yeah, me doing my entrepreneur shit out here. Yeah, I said it again. I don't give a damn. So we will see y'all the next time. Please stay tuned in. For myself, Volcano, John, Skiz, and Rashad. Peace, love, soul, and we out this beat.
We going to eat tonight, bitches.
Yes, the bachelor party is tonight.
Yeah, y'all can't come though. Y'all not invited.
Y'all can't come. Y'all can't.
You're not invited.
No, you're not invited, because this is about to be mad.
It's at the church.
Yeah, take this girl to church. Yeah, that's where it's gonna be at.
Yeah.
Somebody
gonna get blessed tonight. I'm gonna spray somebody with something.
Dominoes. That's fucked up. You want this wafer? Get it.
I see IDs before I do anything.
Right, exactly.
How old are you?
Right.
All right, y'all. Peace off. See y'all next week.